Hey there, friend. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Soulvine. This is Jamie. We are checking in for your energies, Pisces. Let's see what's going on for the week ahead for our Pisces. Okay. Straight up, we've got justice energy. So that's sitting here in the current energy. I'll pull out all the cards and then we'll dive in. Let's see what's crossing this justice energy. So you could be dealing with a Libra. We've got the Tower influencing this situation. You've got the Six of Wands, the past impacting right now. We've got the Devil energy, headspace. We've got two cards here. We've got the High Priestess and the Knight of Wands. Near future. Got Wheel of Fortune. Power in this situation. You've got the Death energy. Let's take a peek, Pisces, at what's going on around you. You do have the Seven of Wands. Hopes and fears for our friend. Ace of Cups. Okay. And potential outcome. Okay, we've got two cards here. I'm just going to place them down. All right, Pisces. So current energy, you do have the Justice energy and the Tower. So someone could have shared some news, shared some truth, or something's come through that maybe you weren't expecting. You could be dealing with a Libran, or you could be dealing with, again, a situation that you may have felt was a little unfair, or maybe you expected a different outcome or a better outcome, you know, based on your own values, morals, or an overall situation. But I feel right now that there's definitely, in some regard, been a change. You've got the Tower energy. For the Tower energy to show up, challenging you in the current space is letting me know that something landed unexpected. An outcome, hey, it could be positive, doesn't need to be a negative thing, but that's only something that you can connect to for your own story. In terms of the influence here, you do have the Six of Wands. So I do feel you've been recognized here, or you are being recognized, or someone or a situation, you know, something here. This is looking favorable, whatever this influence is. To have the Six of Wands means there's a sense of accomplishment going on here. Okay, you've succeeded in some way. So if you do have some legal stuff going on, if you do have a situation that something needs to be said and shared to bring truth to a situation, maybe that truth you feel is going to fully disrupt something. But it feels like on the other side of this, you're coming through in strength and, you know, on top. That's how the energy is showing right now. You know, so use that to your advantage, where you can leverage that in a positive way. Okay. Now, the Devil energy is showing up here in regard to the past as impacting. This could have been something that happened in Capricorn season. Okay. So, end of December, early Jan, where something may have happened, or something took a little bit of your power. So something could have drained you, something could have polarized you, something could have been really on your mind. There's something that you strongly believed in, or it could have been a person or a situation that you dealt with. It could be related to some form of work or someone that you've been working with. Again, Capricorn energy. But it's something here that feels like it was a little unsettled, or a little, and the reason I say unsettled with this energy, it's coming across more about wanting to make certain things happen, or a very strong desire for something about how something should be. But I feel like there was something that got a little bit carried away with. That's what it feels like. And maybe that's what, you know, is showing up right now energetically. Maybe it's on your mind around a person or a situation. But again, I feel there's some influence around Capricornic energy or work energy or something of that nature. Okay, so it could be the timeline thing. Because in the headspace here, you're showing the High Priestess and the Knight of Wands. So maybe you witness someone's behavior, okay? And the reason I'm saying this, someone's behavior or, you know, someone's approach to things, or what someone perhaps even revealed to you. There's something here about, again, I feel someone's behavior with this High Priestess and this Knight of Wands energy. There's something that feels a little questionable is what it feels like. You could be questioning someone's intentions, motivations. It's on your mind. This is what's showing in the headspace. Because it's interesting, a Knight of Wands sometimes can be someone who's not as committed, okay? It can be someone who's very free-spirited, doing their own thing. They show up when they want. This Knight of Wands is a more grounded Knight of Wands who has some form of ambition and is wanting to trust in the process and the direction that they're going. They believe the direction that they're going is strong and well. The High Priestess is about the intuitive energy. This is your energy, Pisces. So this could be something that you're pursuing or wanting to do. Again, maybe this did come up for you earlier this year, where there was something that you've believed in, or it's really been strongly on your mind, but maybe you let it go. I feel like there's something here. I think mostly what's coming up, I think there's something here that you know, or believe in, or see, that is asking you to trust your intuition, because both these cards are intuitive cards based on what the energy is showing up here. And this actually has the word intuition. And this is about intuition as a High Priestess. What's going on around you? What is hidden? What do you need to awaken? What do you need to open up to? What do you need to trust in? Okay? What's your inner voice telling you? So I feel you're being pulled or called to look at something, pay attention to something, do something here. Because the Knight of Wands is an action-driven energy. Okay, so just be mindful of that. In terms of where this is all going, or coming up soon in the energy, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. Now just remember, everything here, things can change at any time. Okay, based on the energy right now, you're in charge, you have free will, you get to do what you need to do for you, Pisces, and trusting in that process and trusting in your own path and journey, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is talking about, however, I feel like there's something that you need to see. That's what this feels like. Something that you need to see that is an important piece to where you're going next, okay? Maybe for a lot of you, this could be around a significant change that's occurred in your life, or a significant result, a significant decision, something someone has made that has impacted you, okay? And maybe this is a decision or choice that you're making for yourself. Either which way, I feel whatever you do and wherever you take this, you can come out on top, or coming out on top is going to be inevitable. In saying that, there's something you need to see. I just keep hearing that. There is something you need to see. There is something you need to see is what it keeps telling me. And then you have the Death energy in your power, which is transformation, which is change, which is about an ending. So this could be, you know, some acknowledgement here that something has turned or changed direction. Maybe there is some form of acceptance coming in with this change, but I feel this change is on purpose, is necessary, is supportive to your life, where it's opening up something that maybe you didn't want to go that direction, or you wanted it to play out differently, but I feel like it's putting you on course where you need to be. And at this point in time, you may not be seeing it that way as yet, but I feel it will come around for you, okay? I feel like you've got to see it first. There's something you need to see, and this could be your vision. This could be connecting into your vision, in trusting in your path forward, and this comes with trust, not anxiety. This comes with trust and going with the flow, and trust is when you are in flow. Okay, it doesn't mean that you don't question things, but you know, sometimes when you do something and it just flows and works and comes out the other end, and you're like, oh wow, that actually worked really, really well. It doesn't mean it's a smooth road, but what it means is that as you navigate and get to that path and get to that direction, it's just all falling into place as you need to. So I feel like the right time, the right place, the right people, But again, it's about something you needing to see on this path, because as you get towards this, you know, what ends up going on around you here, this is talking about when the challenge does come, what's your courage and conviction towards it? What's your belief towards it? Is there a person, a situation, a dynamic that you have to stand up to? You know, whether this is boundaries, whether this is your truth and moving forward, whether it's stopping certain things or people or, you know, energy towards you. What do you need to open up to? Because this could be opening up to your own courageous views and ambition can be challenging, right? It's getting really outside your comfort zone. But I feel this is about a strong conviction that you have over someone or around someone. So maybe someone could be trying to hold you back. But I feel like there's this solid push coming forward. But again, I just keep getting there's something you need to see. But sometimes too, the belief is all you need at the same time. But it's now you get to do something with it, okay? So I feel like there's opportunity coming in that you get to do something with this. Because in terms of your hopes and fears, there is this new beginning that you're really desiring, this connection, this truth. There's an emotional truth here for you around something that's going to be new. And it could be in relationship with someone. It could be something that really captures you and fills you up in a way, Pisces, that you haven't had for some time, that you really want to pursue and go after. But I think that's part of it, part of the question mark for you. Is this going to come? And is this going to come in the way that I hope, that I feel, that I believe in? Yeah, I just feel you're going to have to not push something out of the way or push someone out of the way, but I feel like there is something here that you're going to have to stand your ground on moving through this. In terms of potential outcome, you've got the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. So through this situation that you may be in for some of you, you're on a bit of a journey right now, and a part of that journey, sitting with the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles, is letting us know, no matter what, Pisces, you have all the parts that there's a lot you're capable of, and I think you know that. But I think along the way, there seems to be it's interesting because I feel like there is a little bit of sadness, but even though there may be a little bit of sadness or a little bit of disappointment as you're moving through this, because you've been hit with something, okay? It feels like you've been hit with something. But I believe that you want to acknowledge that this can work. You can work through this positively or come out on top of this. And I see that. But I feel there could be a little bit of battle of being on your own that you're working through right now, and getting to this place of personal success in terms of your goals and achievement. Yeah, I feel whatever's happened here, it's moved through quite quickly. That's why I feel like it's happened recent, over the end of the year, early new year. This is what it feels like. So I don't know if you've gone through a situation yourself here, or a question mark on a situation, but something's changing for the betterment. But it may not feel like that right now, but I do believe you have hope for that you will come out on top. I'm seeing that, and I want to reiterate that because that's an important piece here. But I think seeing is believing is not necessarily the case. I think having the belief first, and then you'll be able to acknowledge that belief, that feeling that you have of something you want to achieve. But there's something you've got to witness that's going to be incredibly important, that I feel will change trajectory, which again, positive outcomes, positive thoughts, positive outcomes. But in addition, allowing the transformation to unfold and see where it takes you, even though it may be challenging, feel like you're doing it alone, even though it may be challenging on what the next thing looks like for you. As I said, you've got you, and I feel like that's a big focus here on your own successes and planting and growing in terms of what's relevant. You're going to get there. I think you might have to deal with a couple of people or a little bit to push through that, but I think you're going to be able to then finally acknowledge yourself and how far you've come throughout that process. So Pisces, I am going to leave it there. I feel like you got, a bit of a big week going on. Maybe some of you just want to work on your own, do your own thing, right? And you're feeling a bit challenged in doing that. But I get a sense here, like always, friend, you're strong, you're brave, you know when to take a step aside, to take time for you. But I feel like this is a time for you to step out and step into something and really speak up in what you also need, which could also surprise people along the way. And that's where something, you know, kind of shakes up. But ultimately, yeah, you've got this, Pisces. I'll catch you later. Bye now.